dig into these questions because they're actually about the current situation. But before we
Yeah.
dig into the current situation of COVID-19, I want to know how has been life after Miss Uganda?
Oh well, girls. How many years now? 4. um, I mean, I stayed. I still continued with modeling because I loved modeling. I still do. I love modeling, and I like that right now it's diverse. So I don't have to be extra skinny. I don't have to be size 0 to be a model, and so I was doing that before Miss Uganda. They carried on to do that even after Miss Uganda. And also, I worked with the different charities that I was still working with because that work is very, very close to my heart. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, modeling and humanitarian work. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the life after Miss
That's
Uganda. Yeah.
So, do you love it more after, or you enjoyed it more when you are queening, like when you're reigning?
I mean, the experience is really good when you're a Miss Uganda queen because you have all these new people that you get to meet, you build your network, and the possibilities are endless. Um,
Right.
that's one of the reasons why I contested and I became, I wanted to become Miss Uganda was to just build my network and, to just improve myself as a person because I was more like almost like a tomboy-ish. And when I got in, I became more graceful,
Right.
and so, and yeah, the royal web. Things that I didn't know. So it opened me up to a whole new world. So
Right.
every day was like a different experience. I enjoyed traveling to the places that I traveled to. I feel so bad for you because of quarantine. Girl, like you'd be traveling. But
It's okay. What can I do?
yeah, you've had your good time as well. Anyways,
Yeah.
so but yeah, so for me, it opened me up to all those possibilities, meeting people, building my network, and also being able to impact the people who looked up to me and the people that I could impact. So I think being Miss Uganda and even after Miss Uganda, of course, you have more freedom to like do what you want to do without, the public being on your case. Now there's a new person that they can focus on, and you can do your own thing privately. Yeah, so both worlds are good.
Talking about privacy, did that actually bother you? Because it bothers me a lot, like a lot.
Well, it can. You have to just say bye to your private life, girl, because it comes with the job. People will want to be invested in what you're doing. How are you living your life? Where are you
Yeah.
going? Who are you meeting?
Why are you
All
wearing
these
sandals
things.
to the market? Oh my God. The other day, somebody
Exactly.
took
You
a
can't
picture
even go
of
to
me.
buy groceries. Exactly. You're gonna go to a grocery store and people will be like, "Oh, Miss Uganda, let's take a picture," and all these things, and you just have to like go with it because that's
Right.
your now that is like your life now. Yeah.
Oh God. That's one thing I wish didn't come with it, but then it's okay. I have like 2 months to go, so I'm actually taking it. Like, yeah.
Well,
Um,
you could have to reign for another year because of coronavirus. Who knows?
Girl, girl, don't even talk about that. Don't even talk about that. Don't. Let's not go. Let's not go there.
All right.
Okay, so what? Still about this is the last question. Asking about your Miss Uganda journey. What was your
Yeah.
best moment in Miss Uganda?
Well, I had a couple of good moments. I can't pick one. Of course, the Miss World experience was good, you know, going to Miss World and all that, and just being able to like go back home and see the impact that I had made on kids who are like, in the schools that I'd go to, and I'd talk to them, and when they'd hear my story and they come up to me and they say, "Oh, so you mean I can also be this person? You mean I can come from like nothing to something?" So for
Right.
me, just seeing the look on their faces, for them, telling me that they were inspired, that those were one of my best moments. And I mean, of course, the good life that came with it. That too. I don't wanna just go on just one side. The good life that came with it was also amazing. And yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now we're done with the Miss Uganda questions. I actually got so many questions regarding that, but I think these are the most important ones. And these stations, the aim is actually to show people that wherever you are in the world, we're all suffering the same thing. We're in this together. So people are following you. You have a lot of followers, and somebody asked, "How are you managing to avoid the exposure for the fact that you're in a country where the virus is currently intensified? How are you surviving that? How are you managing the whole situation?"
Well, I'm staying indoors. I'm trying not to go to parties. Let me tell you, last weekend, the state where I'm staying right now, I'm staying in Texas. If you don't know where I'm staying, it reopened. Like restaurants open, parks open. People were like having the time of their lives, you know. But then I told myself, no, I'm not gonna be among the people that are testing to see if the virus is still spreading or not. So I'm just staying indoors and as soon as I walk back inside the house in case I go to the grocery store, I have to wash my hands because you don't know. You don't know who you touched. You don't know if you touched an item in the store that was touched by someone who had coronavirus. So I have to, even anybody who walks in the house, in case we cannot avoid, in case we have to see them, I have to make sure that they wash their hands. The first thing they do, please go and wash your hands before they do anything else.
So the whole state is open. Everything is back to normal. You mean?
No, not 100%. But restaurants are open, so people can go out and eat. And today is Cinco de Mayo. It's like a big people celebrate it here, 5th of May, and they just want to go out and have margaritas. And it's a Mexican holiday, so people want to go have margaritas. They want to have a good time because they celebrate it every year. And that's one of the reasons I'm wearing red lipstick, by the way, today. Because Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, so you're spreading with them.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to, I want to stay indoors as much as I can and just practice social distancing. Even if I go to parks, if I want to go to a park, I have to make sure that I keep a social distance from other people and wear my masks because, girl, you don't know the residues that are in the air. Someone's going to sneeze, walk past, and you walk, and then you breathe it in. And next thing you know, you have coronavirus. So you just have to be as cautious as possible.
Yeah, I'm actually worried about everybody like you guys that are there because I have some friends of mine and relatives in America, and I don't want to say this, but then I'm going to say it because I want the people to know that coronavirus is real. They're infected. They got the virus. Yeah.
Ugandans, right?
Yes, they're Ugandans. And I think people have that myth that this thing that the coronavirus doesn't affect Black people. That is a lie. I want to get it from you, actually. You should tell us this story. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's real. Black people are getting coronavirus and they're just walking about thinking that it cannot affect them. But they are getting coronavirus who are not cautious and who are having like parties. But going to like crowded places, which is extremely dangerous. It's extremely dangerous because you don't know the person who was working in a hospital could be at the party and is exposed because everybody actually is exposed. You just have to be cautious. But people are not, and they just want to go out and have a good time, which is temporary. But if we could just wait for a little bit and this thing is over and then we can go back to our normal lives, the fun will never end. You can always find time to have fun, but life is very precious to me at least. Yeah,
I feel like people are going out because they feel like it's been forever, being inside, and now they're like free to go and do anything. But I don't think it's the right thing to do. Go, just stay at home, please, please. We want you.
I will. I want to leave.
Okay. So, what are you doing to raise awareness about this pandemic?
Well, I'll be honest. Of course, most of my following on social media, they are Ugandans, So I just try to just tell them to stay safe. I keep telling people stay safe. If I post anything on my social media, I tell them stay safe. Make sure you're staying safe. And here in the community here, everybody knows what they should be doing. But if I have friends, I tell them, girl, you need to stay safe. make sure you stay indoors. Just tell them exactly what is going on and show them the news. Like we have, I mean, our state has about 884 deaths. That's almost, that's close to 1,000. And I don't know which percentage, are Black people, or like Africans. But this just it's Texas. It's a big state. But people who are living like in New York City, it's extremely crowded, and people are dying like flies, and it's sad. But we just have to show people the information, and when they have it, they will know what to do. Yeah.
Hi. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna try and read some of the people's comments here before I go any further. Oh God, there's so many. But oops.
By the way, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us. We appreciate you.
They're the best. They're the best. Somebody's asking, how are we doing? We're doing good. Better listen to the president. Better listen to the president here in the United States. We are losing 3,000 Americans a day till the end of May.
It's bad.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So let me see if we have another comment. If you flash the book, that was about the book. I think you should let these people know about the titles of the books you're reading, because I think that's what they were asking for. Yeah.
Is this The Alchemist?
Yeah, I think it's
probably
better
someone can screenshot this.
Okay.
Oh, let me.
Like that.
How? Well, they just have to see it the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think those are some of the
other one is True Prosperity by James Robinson. True Prosperity. Maybe I can put it in the comments. The Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah. Posted it in the comments, and let me post another one. Yeah, so you can just ask me more questions.
Yeah, so somebody's asking if we're having Miss Uganda contest this year. I have no idea. I don't know if you have an idea. I don't have any idea.
I don't have an idea about it either, because this pandemic is affecting the whole world. We don't even know if there's gonna be Miss World.
Yeah, everything is getting canceled. Everything is getting canceled.
And like here they postponed all social gatherings, all like festivals, Coachella, all those things are postponed to next year. So nobody's going anywhere, and they're hoping that by the end of 2020, that we have a vaccine for the virus. So who knows?
Yeah. Somebody say, Miss Vanessa says you have lovely makeup on, Leah.
Thank you.
Another one, Ugandan doll said, two beautiful queens, blessings. And yeah, that's where we are, I think. Okay. Going ahead, I'm going to go ahead to the next question, which is actually, what advice do you have to people that are going through a mental breakdown right now, facing anxiety, because people are definitely not working and they have to spend and it affects their mind? So how would you advise them?
Girl, I'm going through, I probably like last week, I was feeling all these different emotions personally. So I was worried, thinking, when is this thing going to end? I started to have nightmares. Like, this is like honest truth. And I've had some of my friends tell me the same thing. They're having nightmares of people chasing them, of people, like feeling like zombies. And it's because this thing has affected our subconscious. And the one thing I can tell people right now is get information, but don't watch the news too much. Because if you watch the news, you're going to get more depressed. If you watch the news imagine you're watching a death count. Imagine every day they're just telling you these people have died. We're having, because right now over 60,000 Americans have died. Think about it.